What I'm doing today is starting to put together the entries from my students for their 2016 Christmas project. What I have to do first of all is lay down the audio bed, and then I basically, using Final Cut, I just stack them on top of each other. The thing is, I get every student can play the opening 8 bars, and then it gets less and less as I make my cut. So I've no idea who's going to be able to play all of it. I've got a rough idea whose submissions should be able to take me through some of the more difficult bits. But for now, it's a question of laying everyone out, seeing which video looks the best, and trying to work out a way. And it's a little bit, it's like improvising when I'm doing edits like this. I don't like to have a prescribed way of doing it. There are certain things, obviously, I've got to have the audio bed. I want to include everybody. And then it's kind of just up in the air how it goes and how it comes together. A few weeks ago, I sat in with Lucas Stoll at Hot Numbers in Cambridge. Lucas, a fellow Bradford Marsalis student, as I am. Compared notes, and one of the things, Luca, he was great. He's a really different player from the way I play. He's very much an inside player, very much into Coleman Hawkins and those kind of guys. But anyway, I got smoked on All the Things You Are, and in the past that would have sent me into a big long downward spiral of self-pity and everything else, and feeling sorry for myself or making affirmations for myself in different ways. But one of the big strides I've made in recent years is the ability to go, okay, what can I learn from this experience? What did I do wrong on this gig, or on this sit-in particularly? Because when you're playing with your own band, as I often do, it's really great, you can put on a really good show, but what you often do is you shy away from tunes that you don't really know or don't sound great on. You know, at the end of the day, if you're the band leader and choosing the set list, you want to be able to show off everything to your best of your abilities, and sometimes you can hide from your weaknesses. And as I was saying yesterday about the orchestral gig, sometimes it's really good for us to have to face what we're not good at. But anyway, back to this thing with Luca. Now, we did All the Things You Are, which is a tune I've played thousands of times, but I just completely blanked out and forgot the 2-5-1 at the start of the B section. And also, I'd worked on some stuff with my teacher, Dave O'Higgins, and I had loads of ideas that I could have played, but they just didn't come out to me. So it's a really good idea to be able to go back and just go, okay, what did I not do too well there? What could I do better? So one of the things I'm looking at today in my practice is this tune called Prince Albert by Kenny Dorham, which is ahead over the changes to All the Things You Are. I did a little bit of what a lot of you lot will do, is you just Google it. And first of all, I went through my iReel, I've got the Reel books in PDF, trying to see if I could find it in there. Couldn't find it in there. But then I kind of chastised myself and said, actually, no, what I should be doing is transcribing it. Why transcribe it? Because transcribing it, I'm not writing it down, I'm just trying to learn it by ear, learn it by head, in my head, because I need that facility when I'm improvising. That's what I need to be able to pull out of the bag, is it needs to be sound-wise. And trying to perceive music through our eyes is as stupid as trying to perceive a painting through our ears. You know, music is all about sound, and so what you need to be able to do is process that information for that recording, for that music, from an audio response. And that's why learning solos off recordings is so important. And also you get a lot more of the inflections, the accents, the articulation, what to stress, what not to stress, the rhythm, there's just so much. It's if you go to Cambridge Saxophone, you'll see we've got an awful lot of transcription projects on the website that I work through with my online students and my students that come to the studio. At the end of the day, the 79 pence I've spent on this record is probably worth about £500 worth of lessons. So you've just got to have the patience and the skill underneath in terms of on your instrument to be able to process it fast enough to be able to get through the transcription. So this is what I'm listening to now. In a minute, I've got to walk out to the post office. Well, I don't have to walk out, but I'm going to make myself. I'm going to go back and listen to my gig from Friday, because it was a really good gig. Everybody loved it. It was on it. We really felt it was good. But I need to be honest, and I need to go through, what did I do well, what did I not do well? And the hardest thing for me on that, bizarrely enough, is writing down the positives, because I can list you as long as my arm all the things I could have done better on that gig, but I force myself now to write down the positives as well. What did we do well? What did I not do well? Particularly myself, what can I learn from that experience? What do I need to work on? And that then forms the basis for how I'll try and plan my practice for the next, 4 or 5 weeks, maybe even longer. Is there anything I really need to brush up on? Was there anything I really got wrong? Did I forget anything? Because then I need, like I did with All the Things You Are that time with Luca, something I should know. Did I forget it? What are my strategies for kind of for learning that? And Herbie Hancock, there's a quote from Herbie Hancock where he said, the goal of teaching is to make the student their own best teacher. And that's what all my teachers have been able to do. They've given me the skills to be able to unpack, and then obviously through teaching myself, I've started to become my own best teacher because I'm able to go back and look over it. The problem is I can also become my own worst critic, which is not what you want. You don't want to go into this downward spiral. You want to enjoy what you do and realise that it's called playing music. It's not kind of torture to yourself. It should be fun and enjoyable. Just getting that last line wrong. I really need to get a proper drone backpack for this. I'm just kind of using this Puma rucksack. I hope you sometimes appreciate the trouble I go to with these drone shots and the trouble my drone's in. I was trying out a new, I've got this app called Autopilot, which is supposed to do these lovely round circular things, and it told me to switch the remote to a certain setting, and all it did was pull the drone down, hum along the thing, and when I tried to land it, it flipped over in the mud, so...
Look at the lightsaber!
Is it good? Do you like it?